Hello everyone. Forgive me, I look like a mess. I had a long day and I was just laying in bed and journaling. And I thought I might start a video because I think what I'm journaling about pertains to a lot of people right now. I noticed that there's a lot of people trying to bring more positivity in their life and trying to change the way they do things. And I've been working on it for a while now, actually for the past few years, but for the past year especially, I've been working really hard and I've been going through challenges and struggles and bad times and good times, and there's good days and there's bad days. But I wanted to keep it real with everyone, because when you're going through a positive journey in your life, there will be negative days, and sometimes it's how you deal with them. I still have days where I'll explode, and I really try not to. Um, but today was one of those days, and I think I dealt with it pretty well, and I wanted to talk about it. I've been on a journey, and it's been a journey of self-love, serving myself, putting myself first, learning how to manifest. That was a big thing for me, because there's a lot of things I've wanted to accomplish in my life, and I feel like I've always put in hard work and I wasn't getting results. So um practicing on different techniques on how to manifest has been a big thing. Practicing gratitude more, because I've always been a grateful person, but I don't think I did it enough. So practicing a lot of gratitude and compassion. Compassion has always been a problem for me. So I've also learned how to um, be more compassionate, and learn when to use it and when to call it in. And it's all been a practice, just like yoga, just like meditation. It's been something that I've been slowly learning. And you, like any practice, like any workout, is something that you have to work on every day to build that muscle. um and I've accomplished a lot so far the past several years. I've done a lot. I've surprised myself every day. I learn something new about myself, about my body, about my mind, how I think, about my emotions, and connecting to my soul. Anyway, that's a whole different conversation. But even today, I just came from yoga class, and I every time I go to yoga, I learn something new about myself. I learn that I can do that move. I can push it a little further. So I always surprise myself every time I go to a yoga class. So that's what I'm saying, is it's something that you have to practice, and you just get better and better and better at. So I'm gonna give you today, for example. My day didn't start well, and I don't even know why. I just let me keep it real with you. I have no idea why I woke up in a bad mood. Today's my daughter's birthday, and she's 21 today. So I started my morning by going into her room and telling her happy birthday, and I gave her a really big hug. And I am proud of my daughter, and I love them. But your kids will annoy the hell out of you, and the way we grew up, or the way I grew up, is that when you lose it with your kids, you just explode. It started off fine. I brushed my teeth. I didn't just like get out my bed in a bad mood, but I walked to the kitchen. There was a mess. The kids' things were thrown all over the place. I had dishes in my sink, and you can ask my children. Um, I I swear my kids could commit a crime and it will not piss me off as much as a mess will. I am triggered by a mess or disorganization or anything of that nature. So I've been trying to check myself when I get that way. It's not necessary. I know it overwhelms me, but they're just dirty dishes at the end of the day. Um so Samantha wouldn't wake up for school. I forgot to prepare breakfast. I tried to prepare it the night before so that the morning could be easy. Then I forgot to prepare it. So then I was like, oh shit, I gotta make breakfast. So there was a lot of going on in the morning, and I was just annoyed. I was really annoyed, and I noticed that I was starting to show how annoyed I was. So every time I got an anxiety or I felt annoyed, I would check it, because sometimes you let it snowball and you don't check it, and before you know, you're cursing, you're screaming, you're throwing things. The kids are upset now, everyone's upset, everyone's in a bad mood. So I tried to check it, and every time I had one of those thoughts, I was like, fall back. All right, it's not that serious. I was trying to talk myself out of it. Just release it. It's okay. The dishes will get done later. I would try to, that's when compassion comes in, because don't ruin your daughter's birthday. Take a deep breath. It's gonna be okay. So you, when you realize, start realizing what your thoughts are. If you start getting angry, why am I angry? All right, is the dishes okay? It's not that serious. You'll do them when you get back. Um, like I said, compassion came into play, because then I felt bad. Damn, it's Crystal's birthday and I'm in a bad mood. So I had to check it. And, sometimes you take it like Samantha didn't get out of bed. Sometimes I'll just yell and curse and scream and get the hell out of bed. I'm tired of waking you up, whatever. But I was just like, I gave her her moment, and I said, "Come on, it's Crystal's birthday. Let's all be, let's all work together." And she went and she got dressed by herself, and I didn't have to pry too much, but all of this was happening in my head, and I was still trying to figure out, why am I in a bad mood? And let's keep it real. I might be PMSing. It might be that week. I didn't know. And the fact of the matter is that it doesn't matter what triggered you. It really doesn't. As long as you recognize that there's a feeling there. When you feel that, just ask yourself, why am I feeling that way? And even if you don't really have a reason, like today, I have no clue I was in a bad mood. Um, I just try to talk myself out of it. It's not that serious. Let it go. I took a deep breath. Um, I started bring compassion in, because I was like, I my goal for 2019, my intention for 2019 is to be determined, be compassionate, and be wise, which means making good decisions. So I thought about that. Your intention is to be compassionate, remember that. And I started simmering down. And I have a sign on my door, and the sign on the door says attitude of gratitude, because I want everyone to remember before they walk out the door that they have to give thanks for waking up today, and for everything, for their feet, for being able to walk out that door, for having hands that could turn that knob. Um, and I was so upset today that I didn't even look at the sign. And I got in my car and I drove the kids to school. And even though I was a little flustered by the time I dropped them off to work and school, I felt a little better. I was still doing a whole to-do list in my mind, and I think that was another thing that had me upset, that I was going through my to-do list in my head. And another good tip for that is bring yourself into the moment. I wasn't even in the moment, which I should have been. I should have been conscious that I'm taking my kids to school right now. Um, I always make it a habit to chat with them in the car while I'm taking them to school, to work. Keep focused today, stay positive. We do affirmations. I am beautiful, I am strong, I am brave. Um, so I usually do that, but it was a little quiet in the car today because I wasn't as chatty, and I didn't want to say anything offensive, and I was trying to keep my mouth shut. So I didn't do too much of that. And I noticed that was all of my to-do list. And then I said, bring yourself to this moment like you're taking your kids to school. And let's be honest, you don't know if that's the last time you'll see them. You don't. You could drop them off and turn the corner and get killed by a car. Like, you don't know. Um, so it's always important that when your mind is in your to-do list, on work things, in a past memory, in a future event that hasn't happened. You're thinking about all these things that haven't happened yet. It's the best way to ground yourself is to bring yourself in the moment. What are you doing right now? I'm driving my kids to school. Let me talk to them. Let me enjoy this moment. I'll think about the dishes and what emails I have to send out when I get to my computer. So that helped me out a little bit. The last few minutes before I dropped them off, I was able to chat with them, drop them off, and I started feeling better. And then I realized I didn't give any gratitude today. So I just started thinking of everything in my life, my accomplishments, my friendships, my job, my life, my children. Thank you for my children, even though they annoy the hell out of me sometimes. I love them, and sometimes you just have to remind yourself that. So I hope this helps. We're still human. We're still gonna have bad days. We're still human. We still have bad days. It's not always rainbows and sunshine. I'm not crazy smiling all the time. I'm positive. Yeah. There's going to be days where your kids are going to test you, when you're going to be in a bad mood and you don't know why. When people are just going to piss you off. Just remember that it's a practice, and every day that you practice, you get stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger, like any workout. And just try to stay conscious and realize your thoughts and realize your feelings, and it's okay to dissect them. I like to journal every night, before I go to bed, what things bothered me, so that I can dissect them. And you know what, they won't be there tomorrow. I'm going to have a great day. I know I'm going to have a great day. I'm going to bed with that intention, so I know I'm going to wake up with that intention. And I hope that helps you out, because at the end of the day, we're all trying to be better. We're all trying to be positive. Negative things are going to happen, and that's okay. You'll get through it. I believe in you. Good night.